Hello and welcome back to HebrewBibleVerseAday.com. This is day 28 and also verse 28 of the first chapter of Genesis of Bereisheet, Perek Rishon. Let's read the Hebrew first and then we'll go over the English. Vayivarech otam Elohim, Vayomer lahem Elohim, Puru urevu, Umil'u et haaretz, V'chivashuha. Uredu bidgat hayam, uvaof hashamayim, uvachol chaya, haromeset al haaretz. So it's quite a complicated verse. Just to put it in context, we're talking about creation here, and we're talking about man, the creation of man and woman, which is towards the end of creation, basically the last thing that was created. So let's read the English. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that creepeth upon the earth. And like before, like we've seen a lot in Genesis, in Bereisheet chapter 1, there's a lot of repetition and using the same kind of words. So let's go over the Hebrew, but a bit slower this time. Vayivarech otam, and God blessed them. It's actually Vayivarech otam Elohim, and God blessed them. If it was just Vayivarech otam, it would be and He blessed them. Vayivarech, if you remember, we have 3 letters of every word is usually the root, and you may recognize the Vayivarech is like Baracha, which is a blessing. Otam is simply them. Elohim is the name of God, Elohim. Vayomer lahem Elohim, Pru urevu, umilu et haaretz, v'chivashuha. And God said, and He said, lahem, to them, Pru urevu, be fruitful and multiply. This is like we had in, was it like in the previous verse or a couple of verses ago? We also said Pru urevu. And if you remember, it's the first commandment in the Torah. And umilu et haaretz. Maleh in Hebrew, that's the 3-letter root, is fill the land. So shuha. So fill the land, fill the earth. Here it says replenish and subdue it. Okay, it's quite an unusual word and definitely a hard word to read, and it's an unusual word to read. And if we had time, we'll have a look a lot more into what the word actually means. And I'm very interested to hear what you have to say about this word as well. You may find it interesting that the root of the word is kaf bet shin, which is like keves, which is a sheep. Uredu bidgat hayam. And we had this word in a previous pasuk as well. Yored is kind of to look down on. Here it's saying to have dominion over the fish of the seas or of the waters, uva'of hashamayim, and the birds of the skies, uva'chol chaya, and every other living thing, haromeset al haaretz, that creeps over the earth. So it's quite a complicated verse to actually read. And we see lots of words that we have in modern Hebrew as well, like of is chicken, shamayim is sky or heavens, chaya is an animal, hakol or kol is all. So it's a pretty interesting verse, and you can see we're coming towards the end of creation. Now, as always, I've picked out a singular verse here, a singular word here to go over it in a bit more detail. And here I chose what is possibly the hardest word to actually say. So the word is v'chivashuha. It's a very unusual word. We've got the vav with 2 dots below it, so that's v. We've got a chaf, that's like a cuff, but there's no dot in the middle, so it's a ch sound. with one dot underneath. So it's che, the che. We've got a bet, but there's no dot in the middle, so it's a vet. The, so we've got the, che, the, and then we've got a shin. We can tell it's a shin rather than a sin because it's got the dot on the top right, and it's got three dots underneath, so it's a shu sound. And then at the end, we've got a hey, and here it's pronounced ha. So the chi the shu ha, the chiva shu ha, and subdue it. And very interested to hear your thoughts on more what this word does mean. If you're just joining us for the first time or you're not subscribed already, please make sure that you do subscribe to this channel so that you are informed of future videos. In addition, if you could just like this video, it will help very much and make me realize there's people out there who are watching this and appreciating this. So thank you very much indeed for watching. From Yerushalayim, from Ben Shafa, Shalom, goodbye, Lehitraot, and we shall speak soon.